Thanks for joining us for another special stream on Peapod Cove. What's up, fellas? Thanks for coming through. We got
What's
a
up?
very
What's up?
important discussion tonight. We
Oh,
talking
yo,
Jay
what's
Z.
up?
We talking um, what's
Haktua, the Haktua girl, and we got the murder or the alleged person on the CEO murder in New York.
what are they calling him? Is it like the
Well, a person of interest.
wasn't he charged?
Nope, he wasn't charged. He's a person of interest. So,
Okay.
because they don't know if he actually did it yet, but he's
All
the
right.
number one person of interest.
What's going on, Mo? What's
Not
good?
much,
What's
man.
good
How
with
y'all
you?
doing?
Hey, we good, man. We good.
Good, good.
Hey, drop the first thing in the banner at the bottom. Which one we gonna?
To jail. If you don't know who she is, Haley.
All right, so let's pull it up. You could.
So
You want to talk this one?
I can't remember when any of this went down. I know Mo said earlier that he remembered this, but I don't remember any of it.
So Mo, so we do it like this. So Mo, what do you remember about the Haktua girl?
Man, I just remember the when I saw the video what she was saying about you got a hot two spit on that thing sometimes. That's it. That's all. And she got popular off that phrase. So that's the genesis of all of this.
Nice.
Making money off that phrase.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So let's just play it. Let me see what it is because I can't remember. It's been a
Go ahead.
yeah. Go ahead. Oh, you want me to do it?
Went mega viral at the beginning of the year for talking about giving a BJ. Then she took advantage of this opportunity by creating a podcast called Tua Talks, which Mark Cuban just recently went on. And then just recently, Haley launches Hotcoin, a meme coin that I think is going to end up being the end of her. So here's what happened. She starts promoting it because she's an influencer. It launches and it skyrockets, goes up 900% with a $500 million market cap. And then within an hour, the entire thing falls out. And then all the retail investors lose all their money. And then all the allegations start flying about insider trading. As this started happening, her team went into cleanup mode and started putting out there that they are not selling their coins. But you can't hide things on the blockchain.
Hold up. So this really happened?
Yeah, it's a pump and dump. They're calling insider trading.
So that's what the pump and dump is.
So let me pull it back to show you exactly where the pump is. All right, so I just had it.
A pump and dump.
I'm looking for the chart. Right there. So right here, I wish we could go bigger.
Yeah, no, I can't really see it. Hold up.
Yeah, that's probably as big as
There we
go.
go.
Yeah, when it's blocking it. So
Yeah,
hold on. So right here, you see that big green line right here?
Uh-huh.
So what they were doing is they're waiting for this to get as high as possible. So I think in one of the thing it says somebody put in like a mill. So if you put in a mill, right? So what you're doing is you're pumping the coin, and at a certain point, when it gets to its highest point and people start buying into it, they take out all the assets. And it leaves
so at one point it's real money, and then
so it's real money in there, right? And what you do is like a Ponzi scheme. Other people start like, oh, the Haktua touring. They start running to the market to buy, and as people start coming in to buy, they just take out all the money. So what happened in the pump and dump too is since it's a craze, right? People think they're going to get it for a cheaper price on the decline. So people start buying more because they think they're getting it at the cheaper, but it's just going to keep falling. So if you put in like $100, by the end of it, it's like nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a classic pump and dump. Classic pump and dump.
So the idea is that if it's almost like stocks and bonds, you want to buy it cheap because you see it go down. But what you don't know is that as you buy, they subtract from the account. As you put money in, they're taking your money out.
Yeah, so they liquidate it. They pull out all the money in the
So okay, how do you know that this isn't real? Is there any way to tell?
There's a lot of signs you could tell in a pump and dump. It's like you got to look at the contract. You got to look at, and the contract is like how the coin is set up and all of that stuff. I ain't gonna get too high tech with it, but you got to look at the contract and see how is it set up. You know, you got to do the research, see what's on the white paper. You got to check and see the who owns the coin, the people who are managing it. It's like you got to do all your background, because what happens with these is there's a lot of pump and dump coins out there, and they call them meme coins. So people make money off of it too. So let's not just blame her alone. People make money on the front end of it. So it's like if you get
this was clearly to gain money and pull out.
Exactly. So you could gain money on it. So even if you got in at the bottom right here, you got in, you put in $100 and you get out right here, you probably getting 1,000, 2,000.
So does everyone have access to get out whenever they want to?
You got it
with their earnings.
Question. That's some contracts. Some contracts allow you to, but that's in how they write the contract. Some contracts they be like, "Oh, you can't. Too busy, too slow, whatever." It all depends on what network they use. But you could get it out. So you could put in money and get it out. But some contracts, if it's a serious pump and dump, man, you can't get your money out. But the legit ones, they do give you the ability to take out. So that's for one thing we used to do is like, if it's a pump and dump, you'll put in your money and try to take it back out. And if you could get your money back out, then you could kind of say, all right, it's semi-valid, because if something go wrong, I could pull it out. But some people just put in, and it's like when they go to recall the money, they can't get it out. So
let's run this video again. And
retail investors lose all their money. And then all the allegations start flying about insider trading. As this started happening, her team went into cleanup mode and started putting out there that they are not selling their coins. But you can't hide things on the blockchain. And it started coming out that the team was dumping. And now today, you have investors filing complaints with the SEC, and you already have a class action suit forming. So what do I think is gonna happen? As somebody who owns an investment firm and has a following online, do I think she did this on purpose? No. I think she's young, immature, and inexperienced, and didn't realize what she was doing. And I guess you can add, got bad guidance. But here's what I know about the SEC. They don't care. You can tell them that you just didn't know, and they will hold zero weight to it. And so because one, they don't like crypto, and two, they don't like influencers marketing it, and three, it looks like she did things you very clearly can't do, I think she ends up doing jail time for this.
Nah, she's not gonna do jail time.
Nah.
She ain't gonna do jail time, because the reality that's like the other guy, the CXC guy or whatever. He was getting billions, and the platform went under, and it was crypto billions.
His funding got pulled out.
Well, most of the stuff was like fake money. I can't remember but that was a crypto one. That was like the biggest crypto scam ever. Yo, talking about people lost their livelihoods. They put in millions. Even big companies put in money.
Wow. That's crazy.
He was only like 23, 24, something like that. Young kid. Billions. But yeah, I think she didn't know, but on the back end, well, yeah, she didn't know up front, but somebody was pulling out the money. I don't think she is versed in cryptocurrency to know that people could pull out the money on the back end. Well, take out the money. And she's probably thinking that it's in good faith. So, but
all right, well, we're going to transition there.
Yeah.
And let's go to the Jay-Z from here. It seems like that's what they want to talk about.
Give the people what they want.
Switch the so I know a lot of this is we're gonna have to pull up a few different things, but like I said, Mo, you pretty much haven't heard much of this stuff, so I guess I could start with you. Well, how do you feel about? Well, what have you heard as far as the Jay-Z allegations so far?
Just what we were talking about earlier. It's an old case about a minor, and when you talk about Tony Busby, and the type of lawyer he is and the type of stuff he do, when you hear his name, tied to stuff like this, I automatically think witch hunt. But that may not necessarily be true. Like, with all the R. Kelly stuff and, underage girls and stuff like that. Like, you got to be sensitive to, the fact that it might have happened. You hope it didn't, but I don't know, man.
Well, you being from Houston and you being down there, is there a buzz about it down there that we don't? Because we're far away. We see stuff on the news, but what is it like in Houston?
I wouldn't say buzz, because it hasn't been. I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. Just what I've seen online. Like, it's not on like the news or nothing like that. But
so what's the general consent for Busby down there? Do people really? They care? They look at him as a witch hunt? Do they think he's a lawyer?
Yeah, he's generally looked at like a shyster. It's
like a Better Call Saul.
Yeah, exactly. It's entertainment, but it's for people down here that hear his name and is close to it. They look at him like he's like he's greedy, typical sleazy lawyer, just sleazy lawyer. I mean, even if his clients are correct and they are right in what they're what he's charging for, he still gets looked at like just a money grab. Like he's the he's the lawyer that you go to get paid.
Now, does he ever win?
Does he ever win?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't really know. I know he did the Deshaun Watson case and all that, but I know a lot of them end up settling. But you don't really know what type of lawyer he is.
Well, that's really what it's about. Like you get the feeling that he don't really care about what's right or what's wrong. He's trying to get everybody paid so he can get paid. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you said with Deshaun Watson, him getting those non-disclosures signed and getting those women those checks, that's a win for him because he get his percentage. So, him not having to go to court, hey, that's less work for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the consensus. We don't think he really cares about what's right and what's wrong. He's trying to get the biggest paycheck he can. Okay. This really is litigation, not about right or wrong and stuff like that.
So how do you feel about when it comes to this case in specific about Jay-Z and Diddy? Do you feel any different? Do you think it's... I got this quick clip. You can hold your comments. Let me run this clip real quick.
Talking. Jay-Z is facing a storm of allegations following a civil lawsuit claiming that he assaulted a 13-year-old girl at a 2000s MTV Video Music Awards after party in New York. This is the same night that the plaintiff accused Diddy of similar acts while other celebrities watched. According to the lawsuit, the plaintiff attended an after party where she alleges that her drink was spiked, leaving her disoriented. She claims that she was first assaulted by Jay-Z while Diddy and an unnamed celebrity watched. And following this, Diddy committed similar acts. Now, ever since Diddy's accusations came to light, Jay-Z has been a topic of conversation.
Don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, all lies will be exposed.
But Jay-Z and his team have not taken the accusations lightly. Jay-Z has strongly denied the allegations against him, describing them as heinous and claiming that they're unproven. He also attacked the attorney who filed it, Tony Busby, and vowed to expose him as a fraud in a very public fashion. He finished a statement expressing heartbreak for his family, writing that he's gonna have to explain the horrifying situation to his children. Fans were quick to point out that Roc Nation deleted the original statement, only to repost with one change. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. Tony Busby responded to Jay-Z's allegations, calling them bogus and laughable, stating that they will not be bullied or intimidated. Super sad situation. Our thoughts go out to everybody involved. Jay-Z has been...
So yeah, that was a clip I had of y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Any comments?
The case is weird, right? I have no grounds in this case if it happened or it don't happen. The reality here is, why didn't, if they dropped this case before or she submit this case before, why wasn't his name in the original one? Because that was 3-4 months ago when this case dropped. What
His name was in the original case.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, John Doe.
Right. But what was the purpose? That John Doe could have been you.
Exactly.
Right. But why didn't they drop his name to start with? Because it's like to go in and tell a whole story, and when you tell the story with leaving out the names.
No, his name was on there. The lawyer knew who the name was. He just didn't reveal a name to us.
No, I don't think his name was on there, because if that was the case,
right? But he didn't when he filed it, because he mentioned it. Like, people could basically come forward and clear their name. Right? That's what he said. So he was contacted. He knew his name was in there, but it was written as John Doe because they didn't want to just like reveal people's names. So they gave him all opportunities, and Jay-Z basically said, I ain't paying nobody nothing.
That's a shakedown.
So,
yeah. Go ahead, Mo.
So based on the way that you say that, P, that his name was on it under the alias John Doe, he had an opportunity to come forward and be upfront, just like, or to be scrutinized before now, like Diddy did, but he didn't. And I feel like the fact that Tony Busby is the one that's filing the case makes him think, because of his reputation,
yes,
whether he did anything or not, he can scream fraud, phony lawyer.
And you know what?
Let that be enough to cover his ass.
I think that's what's gonna get him.
Nah, you got to remember, the court law says innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. We can't go in that other. We can't. So that's the route y'all going. Oh, he innocent. You can't go at it that route. They got to be innocent until proven guilty. Just because someone say I'm innocent doesn't make them guilty.
I didn't say I was calling.
But that's the message. You see,
no, I don't think he's innocent.
No.
Or guilty. But we just trying to really kind of talk what we kind of see.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, but the wording, right? And guess what? Like I said, I have no side on this, right? But when you say it, you see how you present it, right? Just by saying this, or giving the inference that he's guilty. If I'm innocent, I'm gonna say I'm innocent. An innocent person gonna say I'm innocent. They ain't gonna say I'm guilty.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So it's like this: a liar gonna say I'm innocent, and an innocent person gonna say I'm innocent. So we can't just go.
If you're trying to stay out of prison and jail, you're gonna say what you got to say.
Right. So that's why I said that's why I was saying that, to infer, just because he came out pleading as innocent, no man in their right mind gonna come out and be like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I did that.
Exactly. That's what I say.
Yeah. But that's all I was pushing back on.
Okay, so I guess my point is, I know you said ain't nobody gonna call himself guilty, right?
Yeah,
I get,
yeah, yeah.
I get that part, but what I'm trying to say as for Jay-Z as a form of defense, what he gonna stand behind is look at this lawyer. Like, look at this guy. Look at the kind of stuff he
Right.
do. That's what he gonna stand behind. That's gonna be his first wall of defense. You know, and he gonna
Discredited
see
him.
it. Yeah,
Yeah. He gonna do
discredit the
the
lawyer.
discredit. Yep.
Yeah, because he gonna see how long, or how long he can stand behind that, and see if that can break the lawyer down and break the case down before he does anything else.
Right. Because I kind
This
of
is what I was making.
mentioned that in a statement I made earlier. It seemed like he was going after the lawyer as a person that wasn't real,
Yeah.
a sham type thing, and he seemed like he was trying to shake the lawyer down. I'm like, dude, if you're innocent, you ain't got to do all that.
No, I don't think he
wouldn't
tried to
say-
shake him down.
Right.
It wasn't shake him down. I think you got that one slightly crossed.
Not
It
like a
wasn't-
shakedown, but it seems like
Trying to intimidate.
he's right. He's trying to intimidate him.
So what they did was they didn't file legal action. So let's say person of interest did
Uh-huh.
heinous act to a young person, right?
Right.
You go to the police station, you file a report. They didn't do that. They're litigating for a lawsuit to get money. That's a difference, right? So it's like you're contacting me to resolve, like to solve out of court.
Right.
So it's a difference. So if in order for me to go to jail for these charges, they didn't bring charges against him,
No.
right? They're doing a thing to get money, and I may not have the terminology right. So
Right.
the first thing they should have did was go to the cops, file it. The cops is going to arrest them for whatever the statute of
Criminal.
limitation is,
Yeah,
So-
there is no statue.
That's what I'm saying, though.
because they changed the law recently. It recently got changed.
It got changed. Was it last year or something?
Right. So now that's the whole thing. So since they got changed, right? The law, something got to come in because that's 20 years.
Yeah.
That's
Because
20 years.
he mentioned in the statement, why don't you file a criminal suit instead of a
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
and
It's
that's
not-
gonna come.
Yeah,
That's gonna come.
but like Mr. Sam, it's backwards. Like if the justice system care about this 13-year-old girl's assault, they should be looking at criminal like Tony Busby,
Right.
and see, proving my point further. If he's concerned about this 13-year-old girl
Well,
being assaulted all that years ago, it should have been something filed criminally. But now here we are 20 years later talking about a civil charge off the back of what P. Diddy did.
here's my thing. I think what Busby is doing, he's hoping that the federal government bleed into this case so they can attack him on two different fronts. That's how I kind of think they're looking at it. Because they're sharing a lot of information.
So in other words, you thinking Busby gonna want the government to get involved and let them seek criminal charges while he slide back with the civil charges and
Exactly.
try to get all the money he can.
I think so. Yep.
That's
And it ain't gonna
that's
pan
a
out.
sound strategy. That's a sound
Well,
strategy.
it's not gonna work.
Because there's a good possibility these cases are going to run simultaneously.
Nah, I like for
You don't think so?
Nope. Because the reality is this, right? These people are billionaire. You're talking about Jay-Z. Jay-Z has money to tie Tony Busby up in litigation for years to come. Because since it's not a criminal charge, he has money to fight. You get what I'm trying to say?
That's why he need the federal government.
Right.
The federal government ain't gonna step in. They don't have
No.
anything on Jay-Z. You see, Puffy
Yet.
had-
Not yet. When they
Trust
when they start tying this assault into the Diddy party,
This
when they
thing
find
right
somebody
here
to
is going to give
corroborate
the
that.
government an opportunity to open a door
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
into
Yes.
the Carter's house and look in.
Right. But
Somebody gonna come forward to corroborate this stuff
But
happening in the Diddy
they
party.
didn't do it properly. You got to remember, you have to do things the right way because
It ain't about doing it the right way. It's about getting it done. Of course, they might have screwed up here or there.
right,
but-
and that's going to screw up the case. It is.
I don't think so.
Trust me,
I
it's
don't
going to
think
screw
so.
up the case. Trust me. These people, you got to remember, when we go into a case, right? And I'm not a lawyer, right? When you go into a case, your missteps ruin the case for you as well, and it also puts the judge and all the people that are involved on a pedestal, like I won't say pedestal, but they also put them on a certain thing, because if they screw up, they're held liable too. So my point is like this: if Tony Busby presents a case in a manner to get other people involved, those people could see it. Yes, if Jay-Z has other unturned stones, yes, that's an opportunity. But federal government ain't swiping in. They're not. They're not.
I think the missteps you're talking about, 12, is if you talk about a criminal case. Busby ain't worried about the criminal part of it. Like P said, he's not worried about the criminal.
No.
He's worried about the civil aspect of it. And when you talk about civil aspect, you talk about court of public opinion. Oh, well, this young girl got this happen to her. Yeah, she deserves some money for all her pain and suffering, whether Jay go to jail or not.
Exactly.
But look at this. They're dealing with a billionaire. Nothing. He gonna tie him up in litigation. He gonna pull the same stuff corporation do to small people.
That's what you think. That's what he say. Rich people don't got money because they don't like to spend it. He only gonna spend to a certain point. It's like a pro athlete holding out for a contract. He only gonna hold out so long, then it becomes a loss.
But a pro athlete versus Jay-Z, his money is different.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying apples to apples in a situation.
Right, but that's what I'm trying to say.
You don't think
what you're gonna spend.
You don't think Busby will get help? He may get somebody to come in and help him with the
just same way how Diddy got all these people, Jay-Z also got people. Jay-Z got people. The same, you got to remember, that's the person who is the president or whatever. He got people. So these people got top lawyers. You remember, you listen to their songs. They got lawyers for certain things. So same way, they could say, yo, Jay, let me handle this case for you. We could tell this is a shakedown. It's not like Diddy where it's like, yo, you got too much heat on you. People gonna be running in.
I think Diddy protection ran out.
Exactly. So on Jay-Z hand, you're gonna have a whole bunch of people where we could see this as a shakedown. I'd rather risk my career and put it up and make a couple million. You hit me off with about 50, 60,000. I mean, million, not thousand, million. And we make this one go away. People are going to put their self out there for that money. So it's like this. You got to also think lawyers also are headhunting right now because it's an opportunity to declare Jay-Z name at a high price as well. So we're looking at it like apple to apples, like it's regular civilian people that don't got money. It's a lot of money in play right now. And people going to do it for a high cost to protect Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So if Tony Busby is the person that's there, they know how to take Tony Busby down. And money's going to be made in this case. That's my angle. That's my angle.
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong, because like you said, it's an opportunity to go low profile. Had anybody heard of Johnny Cochran before O.J. Simpson? No. So it's an opportunity for lawyers to make a name for themselves.
Exactly. That was like the same thing in the which case was it? The P. Diddy case, right?
Hey, say hello to Aaliyah Ali real quick. She left a comment. Oh,
Layla Ali.
What's up? You know what I'm saying? So what I was going to hop into was
go ahead.
With the P. Diddy case, he went to court, right? And they asked him, hey, have you been making phone calls? The attorney said no. Then they pull up the record. They was like, no, my client would never do this. Yo, those people put their livelihood, go up there and allegedly lied to the judge. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they getting paid millions. We're not talking about little pennies on the dollar. They getting paid millions. You know what I'm saying? So you think about it. If Puffy still got that pull and they got all that weight on him, and these lawyers could go up there and tell the judge, and the judge showed the record, is like, yo, he made a phone call on Sunday. That's like 2 days ago. He in jail and he's still making phone calls. And it's like, yo, my client wouldn't. So that's the thing. It's like they're putting their whole livelihood on the line to protect these people,
that's
because
why they get millions.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say.
They're for protection.
Exactly.
That's what they're there for. They do their job.
Yeah.
I
So
mean-
and you ask people, it's like you ask people like, hey, if Puffy give you 50 million to tell a lie and get out of jail early, and I don't gotta work again, some lawyers will
Yo.
put that up because they don't gotta work again.
That fish I caught, man, that junk was like, you know what I'm saying? Of course I'm gonna tell a lie.
So let's switch gears about it a little bit. Do y'all think he did it?
Hey, make sure y'all like the video.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things where, you know, I give my opinion, but
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
we
to
learn
say-
from Puffy. We learn from Puffy.
yeah, we gotta be allegedly right
Yeah,
now.
we learn from Puffy. Yeah, everybody like, man, I don't think Puffy did that. Then we came out with the damn video, Puffy kicking up in the hallway.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
there's no way that we could sit here and be like, yo, how could these two be best friends and not do sort of the same things? You know what I'm saying? So if you're smart enough, I think you could figure that out.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
just that one of them is in the limelight. They like to be seen, and the other one is more quiet, and it's
Yeah.
usually the quiet ones are worse.
Yeah.
You can't say that though.
I know I
You
can't
can't-
say
you
that, but
can't
I'm just
say that.
saying from my point of view.
Right.
You know, it's not like we haven't heard rumblings going on in the past about things about him. It's not the first. So we're not like hearing this for the first time. There are some people hearing it for the first time.
I mean, yo, I think this is the way I'll say it. I'm gonna talk about, you know, influence, peer pressure, you know, being in the atmosphere. You may not never thought about doing nothing like that, but you spend enough time around people, and you get the idea that, well, some people get that, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I'll try it. You know, I just think if you're not solid in your foundation about how you live, you know, all that money and fame and stuff, it'll mess you up. He look, like you say, he's a celebrity, but he a human being with problems, just like us.
Right. But you look at it though, it's like what he's been accused of. Like that's pretty egregious, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that he's telling her to go file a criminal suit when she can actually go do that.
Yeah, and it makes you that's
Because my thing is like, okay, why isn't his lawyer speaking? You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what he does. That's
right. I know that he works for Roc Nation and he does all this stuff, and that's what they do. But I guess you can talk for yourself, but it just seemed like it's coming off disingenuous.
No, P, we're misconstruing it. He's
Not
doing
me,
exactly. When you guys read it or they read it back, they're saying Jay-Z. His PR press is saying that just because it's PR press, you're internalizing it to Jay-Z. So like now when you said Jay-Z said, it was not Jay-Z said, that's what the statement they put out for Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So now when you're saying it back, it's like the letter is going to read, this is what Jay-Z responded, but it's not really him, it's what his press put out.
Well, listen, this is what he wants us to hear from him.
Right. So
whatever it is, I don't care who wrote it, it came from Jigga.
Right. But
Roc
when
Nation,
you restate it, you said, why is he speaking? He's not speaking. He's speaking through his medium of whatever channel he has, and that is his representative. So you're misconstruing the two, saying he said he's really he signed off on it, but he's
Allegedly
to people. You're right.
Allegedly. You got the other clip, the other Jay-Z clip? Or
No, I don't have. No.
Oh, okay. I thought you had another clip.
No.
But that's the whole thing is. And here's the thing: who's the other woman? It's been speculating who's the woman that was watching.
You said it was a woman?
Yeah, they said
there was a woman.
female. There was an
That was watching?
female.
Wow,
Yeah, this hole goes deep.
that's different.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, man. That's weird to me, bro. I'll be
That's
honest.
super, that's super weird. That's super weird to hear that it's a woman.
why was that be super weird? I mean, everyone has a handler.
No, but I mean, well, I look at it from the standpoint of
How could you watch? Like for me,
as a woman, how could you watch a man?
yeah,
That's,
yeah, and that's the whole thing, you know.
a young girl. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean when I say, you know,
Because-
men. You know, we as men, unfortunately, you know, we just
Right.
do whatever. But women,
So that's just let you know that they're
don't
also
respect
part
that.
of the system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was and that was I seen a video that came across X, and it was a girl that basically dosed the next female, and it was supposedly her friend, and you know, I don't know if it never explained what transpired, but she was like, "You drugged me. How could you drug me?" You know what I'm saying? And these were one of those things where it was shocking because you would have, you know, it's like when she started off with the conversation, and I'm picking my words to, you know,
Yeah, just say rugs.
yeah, no, I wasn't gonna say that. That's what I didn't know, but you were expecting like to hear you know, and that wasn't it. It was a
Yeah,
female, and
yeah.
it's like,
Well, you know, it makes me think that even though these guys with all this money and high influence, in order to get to some of these women, they got to use women.
Yes.
exactly.
So they pay these women, oh, go get your girl, come on, because you know the other woman, she's not into that. She know
Yeah.
without for herself. She knows she don't want to get involved in that. But she
And
trusts
that's
her
and that's what I was saying. They become handlers
right.
Yeah.
for the guys. So a lot of times they're there to bring to make them feel
Bring
safe,
yeah.
make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
and then all
Set
of a
them up for the
sudden
kill.
it's like that scene in Michael Jackson Thriller when all of a sudden they're walking down the street and then next thing you know she's surrounded by a bunch of zombies and she's the only one in the wrong room.
Yeah, she's the only normal one left. Yeah.
The only normal one left, and then
Right,
all of a
turn.
sudden, no one's helping her, and that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
You know, they get a little something to swig on, and lights night.
Yeah,
It's a wild system, man. That's real. That's real
Yeah, man.
predatory.
it's kind of weird how that is, man. It's like, we living in the
So
same
how
world.
deep does how long do you think this play out, and how do you see it playing out?
It could take years, bro. We just talked about women setting their girls
Yeah,
up.
they're gonna take years.
It ain't gonna
This-
take years.
this-
I
nah,
mean, no, not to convict Diddy. I'm talking about to catch everybody involved.
no, I'm talking this whole thing because the federal government's already in it. So
that don't mean they gonna
here's the thing,
do
Diddy.
it fast.
To me, Diddy has bled into so many other ventures that oil is everywhere. And once they started looking at his stuff, everybody else is getting looked at because he's so corrupted.
That's why I'm saying it's gonna take longer.
Nah,
We gotta look at everybody, everything.
I think
it's not.
no.
Because if you want to get Diddy and really get him what you want to get him for, you gotta look at how far this shit spread out. You can't look at him messing with women. You gotta look at
Okay, I look at it like this.
who's at him, who
The
getting
only
drugged.
reason we finding out about Diddy is because he did something and his protection ran out. We knew what that is. His so-called beef with so-called liquor company, but that's another story. Is Jay's protection running out? That's the question. Because once his protection runs out, if his closet's not clean, we're gonna see all the mess falling out of there.
Well, you gotta say it's running out because this popping up now. It ain't pop up out of nothing. Somebody had to say something.
I'm gonna push back.
All right, let me hear it.
I'm gonna push back. What happened to Weinstein? In the era of Weinstein, what was the fall of Weinstein? That's my question to you guys. What caused Weinstein to happen? It was an event that happened.
YouTube, the YouTube movement, the
Me Too movement.
Me Too movement. Yeah, it was
right?
that.
You remember it was Me Too, Me Too, Me Too,
Yep.
right? Most people after a certain point tapped out and it was like, yo, all these people can't go unchecked. Yes, I strongly believe some of these people that some of these things happen to. I'm not saying all, some, right?
Right.
Some, right? Now, where's Me Too movement in today's time?
Like everything else, it's then calm down. Don't
Hey,
let it steam forever.
No,
wait, hold
I'm
on.
not finished yet, right? So I know you
Hold
said
on,
this,
hold
calm down. Go ahead, P.
No. I mean, so you think all these allegations, most of them aren't real?
That's not what I'm saying. I was gonna get to a point, right?
Because go ahead.
All right. So when Harvey Weinstein and them was coming out, right? These cases are not slightly different from Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, right? And whoever some of the thing. It's the same pattern, right?
Right.
But in these events, it was Me Too.
Okay.
Me Too died out at a certain point because everybody was hopping on the bandwagon, right? And it went to the extreme where it's like, oh my God, he looked at me. You get what I'm saying? And people were going down. It's like, yo, you were just walking. It's like, nope, I ain't. Nope. Hey, my tire. Nope. You know what I'm saying? And it went so left. It went so left. Like now, Me Too just went away. Right? Within the last couple of years, you wasn't hearing people say, oh, because guess what? People started seeing the effects of it because now ladies also started noticing, hey, I have sons, brothers,
That's
and
true.
family members that are being attacked just because, hey, a lady feel violated. This is such and such of the case, right? And now, right? Why didn't? Why? And I don't know this person, so I'm just speculating. I'm clarifying. I'm speculating. Event happened. The biggest movement of this decade or our lifetime was Me Too for these type of claims, right? Only
Right.
one I can think about now was that big Me Too movement. Why wasn't these charges brought at such time? You get what I'm trying to say? Because that was the biggest one. What happened in recent times, which I know one of the answer was the law change, right? Now there are going to be some considerable consideration for whatever people feel they were wrong prior in New York City.
Right.
And that's the next issue is I don't know if that case is being filed. I think that's what it is. I don't think that case is being filed in New York because he's from Texas, Dallas, in the Dallas area. The statute of limitation in New York City and statute of limitation in Texas.
Right.
I'm a legend. I'm just putting my
Right,
own.
right.
I have no law thing. They're not the same. That's why I think
Yeah.
they file a league civil versus thing, because if they were to file that thing in New York, he has to be in New York. She or whoever has to be in New York to file that claim. If I'm wrong, let me know. But that's what I'm thinking, because it's like this.
Yeah.
It's like this. That person should be about 33.
Mm-hmm.
In that biggest movement of Me Too, which went back 5 years. Why wasn't it put out? I don't know.
Because here's the thing. With that, we don't know whatever happened to that girl at 13, like if she ever became anything in the industry or she just had a regular life.
Right. But
Cool.
what's the difference from this year? And I'm just pushing back, guys. I'm playing the bad guy.
I think once the feds picked him up, everybody gained confidence to come out. I think
But
before
Me Too
that, a lot of
movement-
them was afraid. I understand what you're saying, but you got to remember, Me Too went through Hollywood.
Right,
That was
but
in Hollywood.
well,
That wasn't
Jay-Z was popular. Jay-Z
right.
was
I
popular.
know.
That's what I'm saying. So what
But
happened? Go ahead.
It was Weinstein. That was Me Too. It was kind of like it was weird the way it happened, but I guess it wasn't the time. It wasn't the time for it.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
That was the time.
That's my point.
Right. So why didn't it happen?
And that's what I'm trying to say. Why didn't it happen? You
Maybe
remember,
didn't
right? If
It
we
did
go
take
back,
down
hold on.
some top guys.
Let me see. While you talking, I'm gonna pull up Me Too, and I'm gonna tell you the
Right.
time frame. I'm gonna tell you the time frame, and I'm kind of looking at it like the biggest time that person should have came out was when the Me Too happened. You get what I'm saying? And because this one is weird, and that's what is going to make it weird, because
Because
it's like,
I think, okay, for instance, that Busby case, right? With 120 plaintiffs on that case, half of those people filed and had lawsuit things done, like what they had went to the hospital, went to the police station, filed reports. Nothing was done, so it wasn't like they wasn't covering things up. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at a lot of these people and they go to these places and nothing's done, and you go to the cops and nothing's done, sometimes they get scared and they were like, "Yo, ain't nobody could help me."
They just fall back.
Okay, so
You know?
And then when it get hot again,
And then the other thing I wanted to also say about some of these people coming out, a lot of them are also men. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
These aren't just these, like half of the Busby filing is men between men, kids, and you know, so it's not one particular like
Right.
women came out.
right. So, but this is particular, so we can't mix them up. We
You-
can't. So we speaking
No,
about
you can't, because he violated everyone.
no. What I'm trying to do is clarify between Jay-Z and Diddy. The cases that were brought with the men and women, that's for
Mhm.
Diddy.
Right.
We can't lump Jay-Z in there and be like, I'm clarifying stuff because we don't want to
Protect the
we don't want to
channel.
misconstrue people
Protect the
thinking,
channel.
you know what I'm saying?
Let's
So,
protect the channel.
We're
Allegedly.
speaking, yeah. So we're speaking about Jay-Z. All of the other stuff
Right.
were Diddy.
We don't know how
situation.
many cases he's linked to
Exactly. We only
other
know
than
one
this
case.
one.
This
Right.
is one case pertaining to Jay, right?
Right.
And
Exactly.
in this claim, there's at the time a 13-year-old female alleging an incident happened to her, right?
Right.
My point is, and guess what? I'm not saying she's not right. I'm not saying Jay-Z is right. I'm pushing back. I'm playing the bad guy, right? I don't know who's what in this case. I'm gonna clarify that, right?
Mhm.
But what I'm trying to say is, Me Too happened in the year 2017.
Mm-hmm.
2017. We're in 2024. You get what I'm trying to say? It went
Yeah.
viral at its biggest height, right? At its biggest height, it was 2017 when it went viral. You get what I'm trying to
Right.
say?
But what I'm trying to say is the Me Too movement didn't really go to the music industry. It went to the
It did.
it went not really.
Yo, it did.
Who did
went
it take
through
out?
everywhere.
Who did it take out in the music industry?
I don't know. I can't say who.
I
it
could
took
tell
out
you who
with.
it took out. Weinstein and these guys. It kind of went through the movie industry where it took people out, where like a lot of names got tarnished. But in the music industry, it didn't really.
well, just
even in the
because, well,
Go ahead,
well,
Mo.
just because it didn't hit musician, don't make it less important.
Well, what I'm saying is what's going through the music industry now is happening now. The Me Too was through the movie, is more into the movies.
Well,
know
so,
what I
you know what? You said music industry.
Oh,
Is
go
it?
ahead. When you're done, yeah.
You said music industry. Is it really going through the music industry, or is it, or
Yes.
is it just going through the rap and R&B?
No, it's the
or
music industry, because when you look at people at UMG
Well,
stepping down, you're looking at it's
No, hold on. You
I
said
got
music
one.
industry.
I got
Well,
one.
I don't hear no.
I got one.
You got
And they
one.
went to jail. I
you got one.
I got one, right? I just remember one. I was trying to pull up more. Art Kelly.
Dude,
R.
R. Kelly had nothing to do with that.
He did.
No,
R. Kelly was one of the accusers in Me Too. That's how it
Well,
went.
yeah,
it went
but
with,
bruh,
Bill
you
Co-
cannot
might
go.
have been-
Yo, R. Kelly stands by himself.
No. You said who was one of the
Like, he
accusers from
wasn't-
the
okay.
Me Too?
Okay, what I mean by R. Kelly wasn't really stopping anybody in the music industry. Everybody knew what he was doing. The government was already trying to take him down. But
you
I'm
asked
talking
for
about these
accuser.
people that's running the industry, like Jay and Diddy.
Nah, you got to
And-
remember.
And
so-
what they did to the people is the same thing that Weinstein and them was doing in the movie industry.
All right.
They did it in music.
So let me make it fair. Let me make it balanced. Let me make it balanced for you, right?
All right.
So they dropped the album together.
Two
R.
of them.
Kelly and Jay-Z.
Two of them.
They
Two of them.
dropped Best of the Both Worlds.
Yeah.
After the allegations of R. Kelly, right? You notice they kind of scrubbed it. You notice it kind of scrubbed. And guess what? They used to hang out together. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
But They went on tour together. They had the top selling album together. You know what I'm saying? One went down for the same thing. So that's why I can't literally say that this female is wrong, because there's been not him, R. Kelly with younger female.
So let me ask you a question. So because they hang out together, got a tour together, it's more likely that they'll do the same thing together.
I don't know.
No, I'm just saying. That's kind of like what I heard.
That's what you heard. I didn't say
right. So if you swing around the block, right, you go down that one-way street. You know, you go down that one-way street with the Popeye at.
Yep.
And you take that left. Well, if you go down that street, that's where Jigga and Diddy hang out, and they best of both worlds over there too. So if one go hang out with the other one and pick up his tendencies, don't you think the one that get the beef patties pick up the same tendencies too?
Could be, but I got some more for you, right? I got some more for you. Allegedly, around the same time, Russell Simmons names got called. I'm not saying anything happened.
Okay, that right there could be, that would be the one.
Right.
I would say that
these people didn't do anything. We're just saying names that got called due to Me Too.
Right. He ended up leaving the country. He moved to like Dubai or something.
Right. So let me finish. Let me finish. Right. So they got R. Kelly. His name was brought up. We're not saying they did anything, right? We're clarifying it. We're just saying when the Me Too movement happened, these were some of the names that was brought up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Russell Simmons, Ryan Adams, right? Marilyn Manson, Trey Songz, Dr. Duke, right? Those were some. That
Trey
was the
Songz.
His name came up there. So you know what I'm saying? His name came up during the Me Too era. So I'm just saying his name came up. We're not
okay. No, I understand.
I'm just doing it for the audience. We're just saying.
Like I said, I just think the Me Too movement went through more with movies and things like that. The one person on that, the only person on that list
industry
was
so that's what I just clarified.
Was like Russell Simmons, and that was the one person that it made him leave because what he was doing to the people under him. But it never really affected no one else other than that.
We can't say that because we weren't there.
No. Let me rephrase that. I shouldn't say it didn't affect anyone. No one else on the top got to the point where things got out and they had to leave. You know what I mean? Not saying that things weren't going on, because you know what? We finding out that things went on days before these dudes went down there. You know? Yep. So that's what I meant. Because when you looked in the movie industry, they took out the biggest players. Weinstein was the biggest guy, and he fell. You know what I mean? They took that's to me when they actually took somebody out that was, because even if you listen to Cat Williams' interview, and he talked about the way Harvey Weinstein talked to him as a man. Imagine how he talked to women. You know what I mean? And how they threatened them, and those are people that they needed to remove from the system. Because come on, man, a lot of these people, man, like that girl that showed up, you know, she probably thought she was gonna have a dream of doing something special, you know, and
I get you. But all I was saying in that instance was, I would just prove to you that my point is,
you believe in that, Mo? You believe him?
The Me Too movement was a good time. I can let you go, Mo. I called out several names that it did affect the music industry. You were saying that it didn't, and I proved to my point it did affect the music industry. That's my point.
So you think it did, Mo? You think the Me Too movement?
I think you say Me Too, but I think the power of cancel culture has something to do with it too. That
came after. Cancel culture came after. There's two different things, though.
But yeah, okay, it's two different things. But the Me Too movement had a strong hand in developing the cancel culture, didn't it?
Okay.
Because once you get found guilty, or you, like you said, or you get some heat that come down on you, and allegations about doing wild shit, then you're gonna get canceled. All your bosses, all your endorsement people, they're gonna start dropping you because they don't want to explain to their investors, we got somebody on payroll.
And I think that's why And I think that's why Jay-Z is going to deny these claims to the end, because
Yep.
the minute there's two things going to happen. The minute you accept one, more people are going to come in to want
From the
more.
rest, yeah.
Right. And then
Yeah, so
but the deals are the ones that's going to start going away once, because they got lawyers too.
Well, that's
So
what
their lawyers find out when these deals are made in court and nobody ain't there. These lawyers all talk.
Well, that's what I'm saying about, Jay-Z and his camp and his legal team. They all understand, like like you said, once you settle one, you got to settle all of them. You're going to open the gate for it. So that's why they're going to stand behind Busby being a faulty lawyer, a phony lawyer, and they're going to ride that horse till they die. Because they don't.
I agree with that.
Because they don't want to open that gate of
The floodgate.
non-disclosures.
Yeah, I mean, I would be. It makes sense. Why would you incriminate yourself if you don't have to?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, all he sees is, okay, this Jane Doe accused me of doing this, and he has no idea who the person even is.
Yeah, right. I don't know, man. 20 years ago.
Now, if he got stuff in his closet, then he probably remember, but it could just be a money grab. Who's you gonna say, 12?
No, I was gonna say, I think that strategy works to a certain degree, but what I was saying is, in my defense, was I think Tony Busby overplayed his hand.
Okay.
Because he don't know the level of the strength of Jay-Z support and legal team. You get what I'm saying?
I think he knows.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think they know.
I don't think so. They thought and trust me, I could be wrong. I could be wrong on this. I don't know, but I am a level of certainty with these cases that I do understand.
They're all billionaires,
and that's the point. He don't care. He want that smoke.
Yeah,
that's what
they're
about.
all billionaires.
Certain smoke you don't want. Certain smoke you don't want. Because
so what smoke could they possibly give him?
So that's the whole thing. Remember, if at any point, all right, let me try a different approach. I back up. Yes, I like your point, Mo. Right? Let's back up a little bit. The same way they could look into Jay-Z, Busby better have his closet in order as well. Because guess what? The same strategy that they're using against Puffy and Jay-Z and whoever accomplice that is being thing is going to be used against them.
But
the same way, because you got to remember, some of these people don't have clean closet. So you got to remember, if they're doing it same tactics that are being used, and you can see it. They're trying to clean up shop, and they're going to use it on Tony Busby. Whatever thing, they're going to go back. Trust me, they're going to use it.
And I can tell you that's what's diabolical.
Exactly.
He know his closet ain't clean.
Exactly, and that's my point. I don't know him,
but it ain't as dirty as Diddy and allegedly.
But it's
Diddy
enough.
Jay-Z, though.
But it's enough. It's enough. That's the whole thing.
What does it matter?
Is it though? Do we know it's enough?
So what does it matter what he have in his closet when you still have to produce the case?
Because you become faulty. Because it's faulty. So it's like this. If I could prove that, is like, if we're going to court and if you're trying to accuse me of something, if I could accuse you of something before you accuse me, it becomes faulty. The whole thing's become like kind of a push. Nobody wins in that case.
Well, we'll find out.
You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, because it's not like someone that's, if you look at some of these cases, that's what most of these cases end up. Hey, let me get this judge thrown out. YSL case with the judge and all of them. Guess what happened? The judge had to get thrown out because the actions that he was trying to do to help the prosecuting team, you know what I'm saying? That junk got thrown out. Where's what's his name? What's his the kid from Young Money? Young Thug. Where's Young Thug right now?
He got out.
Yeah, he at home with his family.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't follow the rest of that case.
So it's like this. That's what I'm saying. Who ruined the case? It was the judge. The judge was part of the thing where they had to switch judge. They had to clean up shop.
I had heard when they switched the judge.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. that was all due to missteps trying to help the prosecuting team. And I'm alleging, you know what I'm saying? He got off. He's at home with his family. He's at home with his family. You know what I'm trying to say? And guess what? What was the difference between both cases?
Mm-hmm.
One was for murder and one is alleged whatever. You know what I'm saying? So both acts are dirty. Both acts are heinous. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The one that alleged murder, or there were alleging murder on his thing, which he didn't commit because he was cleared of his charges to a certain degree. We can't say thing. The accusation that the state brought on him, he's at home chilling.
So you think Jay got a chance to just walk away?
He more than got a chance to walk away.
I heard there's more coming.
Yeah, it's like this. You see, I'm playing both. I'm playing defense.
He got, from what I heard, he got like 2 more coming.
You know what I'm saying? I'm playing the fence because I'm pushing the limit and going, you know what I'm saying? If he's going up against Tony Busby, you know what I'm saying, and he doesn't have his house in order,
right?
Man, they'll run over him.
So does he takes this? Do you think he take the case if he doesn't have a chance to win, or at least because I'll guarantee they're gonna make money on this.
Yeah, there's a lot of money to be made, but guess what? It's not like Diddy or it's not like Young Thug. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jay-Z is out, and he could like one thing with Young Thug was in jail, so he could have really assemble and talk and communicate, right? Diddy's behind bars. He don't have the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is out. He's a free man walking, so he could negotiate, not negotiate, but he could sit with his lawyers and strategize and come up with these things. That's why I don't think Busby has the legal power to go up against Jay-Z in some of my thing. And I'm not a lawyer. Let me clarify that. But common sense would tell you.
You okay with that, Mo? You feel that okay?
I mean, no, because Busby's reputation is built on going after the big dog. And this is going to be one of the biggest dogs he's ever gone after. So he know what he's doing. This is all very intentional. I think he's moving very deliberately. He wants all of this. He wants the name recognition outside of Houston, Texas. And he's gonna get it with something like this.
Okay.
I think he won it all. I don't think he cares what happens to him. I don't think he cares what comes out about him. Because you know what?
He does.
We all forget to forgive. It'll all be forgotten. After all the checks have been written and all the checks are cleared, you know.
So the question you touched on to a good point right there, Mo, right? What happens to the alleged or the accusation? What happens to the accusation if they're not found or unfound or found, or however you want to state it? Because guess what? I'm knowing these people, they're going to file a civil suit. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's not one of them, oh, he's clear. No, they're bringing the house. If you're coming with a charge, they're coming with a civil suit. You get what I'm saying? So it's not one of those cases where it's like, oh, no, we found. No, it's a civil suit against him. So he has a lot to lose too as well.
Well, so that made me think of this. So y'all know after OJ got off, right? You know, he got sentenced, went to jail or whatever. Y'all know there was a civil suit, right?
Yep.
Do anybody know if he had to pay any money? If the Simpsons ever got paid? He lost.
Yeah.
So what happened after that? Do you know?
That's how. You remember when he got arrested in Vegas for stealing his stuff?
Yeah, because he was broke.
All his stuff that he lost in those suits.
Right. No, but
Heisman Trophy, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
The Goldman family.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, do you know what happened to the Simpson family? Did they get any money?
I don't think so. No.
Exactly.
He had to pay them the gold.
But listen. So listen to my point. Like I said, when it's all over, whatever counter suits get filed, you're only gonna hear about the part that makes good TV.
True. I understand what you're saying.
Stuff under the rug.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
nobody know,
that's
but
true.
that she was in the courtroom.
True, but that you make a good point, because that's what I'm saying. Is sometimes you could win in the court of opinion, and if it's false, the news don't do a retract to clear up all the statement, so you actually lose in the court of opinion or whatever.
Exactly.
Right, and that's what I was touching on a little bit. They're going to come out with a law in the near future. I don't know when. I'm just speculating that for people who tell lies, there's going to be some kind of legal action, because guess what?
Right.
I understand it also puts up a push for people to come forward and actually tell the truth, but it's also going to be a charge for people who lie. You get what I'm trying to say? Because
Yeah.
either both ways.
It hurts. It
Yeah.
hurts. Yeah.
So basically, retroactively.
So isn't that like
perjury?
False information?
Perjury. So you're talking about retroactively charging people for perjury.
Yeah.
That's deep. Are you gonna go back and prove somebody lied 40 years ago? You lied. Where's your
Because
proof?
it ruined people's life. Yo, you look at the baseball player.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, how you gonna prove somebody lied 40 years ago?
Yeah, because it ruins, it affects people's lives, yo. All you gotta say is, oh, this dude did this. They lose the NFL contracts, it's done. And they don't get that shot. You get what I'm saying?
True.
So it's like you gotta think about, all right, since this accusation dropped, let's go to Jay-Z pockets right quick. We pocket watching. Since this accusation dropped, how much money did Jay-Z lose against this allegation? Think about that. You don't think he's going to spend empty money to protect what he's losing?
Yeah, to a certain point, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. So even though on the front end this allegation was made, he is losing money the same way Diddy started losing money when all these.
I don't think he starts losing money yet.
Hell yeah, he starts losing money because people are starting to distance. That's the culture that we're in.
Nah, Jay hasn't started losing money yet.
You don't know, and this is what
I don't think so.
Before things go down, right? Business wise, you got to start to protect your assets.
Oh, I know how it works.
So that's like this. He is a billionaire. He has company. And all
I don't
of this.
think they're pulling out yet. I think they're cautious.
Pulling out, but
right.
Endorses. People are in board office right now talking. Hey,
yes,
we gotta start thinking. So guess what? We're thinking like them. We're not thinking like regular everyday people. We're thinking like them. Hey, there's a couple board meetings going on, watching this case carefully, and they're thinking about, hey, we had to deal with this with them. A contract is coming up pretty soon. This is coming up. What do we do if this doesn't go the way that we expect it to? And what is our coverage if we do lose certain money or go either way it goes? You know what I'm saying? These people are out there planning. So it's like this. Jay-Z, when he comes to the judge and say, hey, we're not talking about our money. He said, hey, I am at loss at, let's say, 500 million. That's probably chump change. To him, that's his livelihood. To us, that's riches. That's a case in court. You know what I'm saying? He affected the sum of $5 million that they can't pay back. You get what I'm saying? Trying to say? So these people do have cases. That's why I said this case is slightly different from Puffy's and Art Kelly. You get what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's why I said the misstep is how they filed the case. Because either way, it's affecting his livelihood. It's affecting his livelihood. So I can't come to you and let's do civil case. And no. Yeah, you could present it. If I'm guilty and I sign the papers, that could work out because yes, that deal could have worked out if he was guilty and he wanted to settle. Yeah, that would have been a nice settlement, but what do I know? I'm just an engineer.
Yeah, we're gonna end it here soon. Any last comments, Mo? Because we're gonna end up doing a couple more because there's so much stuff coming out every day.
No, we could leave it right there. This is for me though. At the end of the day, I think that there's going to be a battle royale of lawyers and, like you said about, all the people that's in business with Jay-Z. All the contracts he got with all these companies. they definitely have people working on contingency plans, watching the news, watching the court of public opinion, listening to what people say, trying to decide whether or not they're going to drop him or, stop showing commercials or stop running advertising, or, they got to make sure that they protect their bottom line as well.
Of course, that's what it's all about, the brand.
Always.
Exactly. Yep.
So
Now, is he still like in commercials and things like that, or he's just behind the scenes now? Because I can't say.
Last time I seen him in a commercial.
Exactly.
You hear his music in commercials. I don't know if that's quite the same, but
Well, that's how they secure these deals, But
yeah,
I don't really see him in a lot of commercials, or could say, "Oh, I see him in this," but I'm not in that world, so.
right.
But he definitely got now. Rumblings is saying there could be some more that's going to drop. If that happens, like these cases are filed, does that change anything? If 1 becomes 4 and 4 becomes 8,
It only changes in the court of public opinion, because we all know messing with 1 girl is bad, but messing with 5 means you got a sickness or illness, allegedly. So that just makes it hotter.
What?
That just makes it worse.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's a situation where the more the merrier. Not in this case. Not in this attitude. No, it's not. It's not merrier. It's horrifying. So, and that's why I go back to R. Kelly. That's why it snowballed on him, because they kept coming out, and they did TV shows and interviews, and it's too much to come back from.
From what they said, that documentary is what got him.
Oh, for sure. To sit there, I watched every episode, bro.
I didn't watch the documentary.
Yo, I'm telling you, to sit there and watch it, they made a believer out of you. You couldn't help but think he did it.
Mm.
It was well done, well spoken. It was great. It was great television. It's excellent television. So, yeah. So to answer your question, if more come out, it's gonna be worse.
My other question is, like, it's not really a question, but like, I turned on a lot of these media outlets, and I stay in these YouTube streets. Everything I watch is mostly on YouTube. So a lot of these celebrity artists, no matter what genre it is, a lot of them got YouTube channels, whether it's hip hop, whether it's comedy, whatever. And there's a lot of them that's sticking with Jay right now. And just the verbiage in some of them, you're trying to wonder what the agenda is. You listen to like Charlemagne and all these people, and the first thing out their mouth is, "Oh, this is a money grab. This is a money grab," and it's like they don't have any feeling for the possibility of it being true. But you can tell they're just talking. You know what I mean? Nobody's actually saying what they actually saw. They're all just saying, "Oh yeah, just because this is filed, it's a fake case," and and you could see the people doing it.
Well, that's part of the industry. Like we're gonna protect Jay for as long as we can. So there's only 1. Maybe it is a money grab, but like you said, if some more come out, then you can't keep protecting them if more and more keep coming out.
That's what it's saying. If 1 becomes 2 and 2 becomes 8.
Yeah, because all of them ain't lying.
Right. Because right now, everybody could say, "Well, you know what? This is speculative. Why didn't she file a civil case starting out?" But if more starts coming out and out and out, then you got to start looking like, well, something, these people don't know each other, and
something's up. Yeah, it's not a coincidence.
Well, it could be a coincidence, because they could set things up.
Well, now you backtracking what you're saying.
No, I'm talking about, you got to remember, they live that Hollywood life. That's what I mean.
Okay,
So things can appear in places where you don't think they'll be.
Right.
And all of a sudden you turn out to make it seem like you're not the person who you said you were. But they set it all up. It's Hollywood.
Right.
Shoot. Till this day, there's people that said Vietnam happened in Hollywood. The moon landing happened in Hollywood. So
I mean, I heard about the moon.
Allegedly.
I never heard about Vietnam. How the hell Vietnam happened in Hollywood? You see them old
Because it
videos?
never really happened.
Man, listen.
Yo, think about it, yo. And
You
I
know
don't
what?
want to go too far west or whatever, but
Yeah, you don't want to get in the weeds. 'cause I
only
gotta
time
go.
I've seen Vietnam was on TV. Like, it always happens on TV, never in real life. So why is it not in Hollywood?
Well, why would you? You weren't even here when it happened.
I've never
So
even visited.
the strategy
I had
behind
an
the
uncle.
war. So this one someone did explain to me, and I'm not getting in the weeds, was I think at the time wars weren't big and they needed the families and people to get involved in it. And
Mhm.
what they found out was when they started broadcasting it and people see what was actually going on with their loved ones, that's when people started to get more invested into the war, and the efforts around the war raised because they couldn't get people to like support the war. So by broadcasting it, that raised awareness because like now, if a war is going on and you don't know a war is going on, if somebody dies, you
So,
don't care.
so
that's
they
how
were
they got it.
broadcasting the real war and not an artificial.
Well, that's what you're talking about. Something different, but I'm just saying
No,
that's
no,
how.
no. I understand.
Conspiracy
Understand.
man over
I'm
here.
just talking about how it was explained to me. They started
Yeah, yeah.
broadcasting it so you could
Yes.
get more.
It gets
and
you
it
closer
did work.
to
It
it.
worked.
Yeah, it gets you closer.
Yeah. I don't
All
get
right,
into the
so
weeds. I just go into what I learned in history class.
Yeah. They hired people to film the war so that it was true that to conjure support from the American people. That's true.
we're gonna end it there. Hey, everybody, make sure y'all like the video. Like the video so it could go out, go back and watch it. Hey, we're gonna end it right there. Y'all have a good night. Peapod Cove, we out.